Greetings, folks. Doing Proper here, bringing you yet another in my series. And folks, as you very well know, the 9mm Parabellum cartridge is the most frequently used cartridge in the United States of America, as well as the rest of the world. And this is because ballistically, it is more than sufficient for use with self-defense. Police forces use it, special forces use it. Not only that, it is the least expensive round of the adequate self-defense rounds for sale, at only about $15 a box, depending where you go, $9 to $17. It's the least expensive self-defense ammunition. However, 9mm Parabellum is most widely accepted because of its ballistic advantage and the fact that it has a lower recoil impulse. It's easiest to use and has a proven record for man-stopping power. However, not everybody can take the 9mm cartridge. Not everybody can take the recoil from the 9mm Parabellum cartridge for whatever reason. This is what takes us to the 380 automatic. 380 ACP is a sufficient round to use for self-defense purposes. Yes, it is not the strongest self-defense round. However, for some people, this would be it. This would be the limit of their control with recoil and their strength. So that being said, the 380 automatic is perfectly sufficient. And folks, it's better than carrying nothing. Now I could just see my comment section's going to light up with the village people. Here we go. They're going to be saying, I wouldn't shoot anything less than 9mm. I don't carry anything less than 10mm. Well, we could talk about their feelings of inadequacy about their size later on. Right now, we're talking about this tiny bullet, the 380 ACP. Which brings us to the burning question. Which gun do you use with the 380 ACP? Well, there are several different kinds, but today we're talking about the Bersa Thunder 380 cc. Folks, the Bersa Thunder 380cc is a budget pistol. Thank God. Now, the reason I say thank God is because not everybody can afford the higher end pistols. And it is actually very refreshing, and I applaud gun makers like Bersa and like Taurus who are making pistols that people that don't have a lot of money can afford. You know, you've got your child support paying fathers out there that are getting raked over the coals by the family law system, and a lot of other people that just don't have the high income to be able to afford your Glocks, Heckler, Cokes, 6 Hours, Pardinis. So they don't know which way to turn or what they can get that they can afford that is also a reliable pistol to defend themselves and their families with. And I would point them in the direction of Bersa. Now, there's going to be a lot of people jumping out of the woodwork upon my saying that instantly, saying, they're trash. They've had their problems. They put out lemons and stuff like that. But that was a long time ago. Since Bersa had their rocky beginnings in their earlier imports in the United States, they were turning out a lot of defect. They have long since remedied that problem and have come a long way. And even if you did get a Bersa pistol that had a problem, they've got an excellent service department and they will be willing to work with you, and they will get your pistol fixed and get it back to you in short order. So it's not a bad pistol to choose, and especially for the money. This pistol goes between $250 to $350, or depending where you get it. And you can find these pistols online for about $250 to $260, and you would be glad that you got them. The Bersa Thunder 380cc is a double action, single action, blowback operated 7-round semi-automatic 380 ACP pistol. There, I just got all that out. And save your therapy visits, folks. The gun is empty. I don't bring loaded guns to the table. This is a very good pistol to get. I would direct people to this or any of the Bersa pistols. A 7-round single stack semi-automatic pistol, which you can see, of course, is empty. And 380 ACP. Now, the thing with 380 ACP and the size of the pistol is that the smaller you get with the pistol, the more stout the 380 ACP round is. So if you've got the Ruger LCP, for example, which is a lot smaller, it's about 10 ounces, I think, 11 ounces or something like that. It's a lot smaller. It is a lot harder to shoot the 380 ACP with those. And most of your pistols that shoot 380 ACP tend to be in that size format. The mouse guns, the very small ones, your Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard 380s, Taurus TCP, they handle the 380 ACP round with a lot less grace than a pistol this size, which is 16.4 ounces and larger. This is a 6-inch pistol, so it's going to take the 380 ACP round with a lot more grace than your very small pistols, 4.6 inches high. So you've got a lot more grip to hold on to, and that makes a big difference when shooting the 380 ACP. And I know we were just talking about the fact that people think that it is an underpowered cartridge, but it's not that underpowered. And when you're shooting it from a very small gun, that makes a big difference. And a lot of ladies, for example, will see that the pistol is small, and they'll hear that the 380 ACP is a lighter recoiling, less potent cartridge, and then they'll go ahead and get their Ruger LCP or their Taurus TCP, and then they'll hate it because it is very stout to shoot. They would not, however, hate this. My wife, as a matter of fact, with her compromised hand strength, shot this pistol, and she was doing very good with it. A lot of pistols are snappy to my wife, but she handles these great. And you can see from the footage that she also handled the shooting of my other Bersa Thunder 380. I hope you saw that video. And she handled that great too. So this was no different. She had a lot easier time shooting this Bersa Thunder 380 than she did, say, my Ruger LCR in 38 Special. That was just a standard 38 Special round, but it just jarred the crap out of her when she was shooting it. It's not a very comfortable shoot for her, and she much preferred this pistol right here. So a lot of people actually find themselves in her position. They think because they have a 380 ACP pistol and because it's smaller that it's going to be a lighter shooting pistol, and that is just not the way it works. This pistol, as you can see, is a concealed carry version, and it is very smooth everywhere. All of the controls are very down low. This is a slide catch, slide release, very inset right there. Doesn't stick out very much. This is a decocker model, so the decocker and safety, which is right here, doesn't stand out very much either, as well as the magazine release right here. Everything is very smooth. On the other side, practically nothing, only the takedown lever, which I'm not going to take it down today, folks. The hammer even kind of disappears back here. So there's not a whole lot of opportunity for snagging back here, as well as the sight picture. Look at this sight picture here. This is also concealed carry. Just slightly risen. 3 pieces of metal with paint on them, just sticking up just a little bit so as not to snag on anything. So your sight picture is very slight. Very slight. So it's not that easy to aim this gun if you've got crappy eyes like mine. But then again, that's not what this pistol is for. This pistol is for up close and dirty social work. It is not for standing around and aiming, and it is certainly not for range time fun. You want to practice with the pistol, but this is not going to be your favorite shooter, just based on that sight picture and the fact that it takes kind of a lot of effort to aim it. And that's the one drawback that I would give this pistol, at the same time understanding why they are so down low. A lot of people say that these are made like trash. I would not say that. They're not made like trash. The finish is not anywhere near the quality of your Sig Sauer, Smith & Wesson, Heckler & Koch. No, but that's not what they're going for. They're going for quality and functionality, which you do get with this pistol. The serrations here on the side are adequate for pulling the slide back, and without the magazine here, the slide racks pretty easily. Females or people with compromised hand strength would have no problem racking this pistol, so the slide works very well. The serrations are quite functional, and the trigger pull. Let's go ahead with the trigger pull. In single action, the trigger is about, I would say about 5 pounds, maybe 5.5 pounds. Not bad. Let's do it again. It feels right about the same as my Glock 19 on that trigger pull. So let's go with the reset. Okay. All right. That's between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. A little bit of take up here. And it stops right there at the take up. And then your break. One more time. Reset. Nice and audible. The take up is very slight, and then the trigger pull. So not too bad, not too bad. A great trigger for the price of this pistol. It's a very good trigger. And again, it's a good shooter. Very, very functional. Hard to aim, but what are you going to do? Now, this is also a decocker model. So the decocker decocks the hammer, and it also functions as the safety. So no action. And another safety with this pistol is the fact that it has a magazine safety. So even if you had a round chambered and the hammer is back, squeezing the trigger provides nada. Now, another thing about this pistol, if you really like safeties, is that you see right here, this little circle is where a key goes. Where if you turn it from F, which is fire, to S, which is safe, you get a paperweight. The trigger won't squeeze, the slide won't slide, and even if you have a round in the chamber, this pistol is not going to do anything. It also has a drop safety. So that would be good for people who don't quite have a safe or a little safe for their pistol yet and want to make it unfireable. But the pistol shoots very, very well. And the concealed carry version comes in a satin nickel finish. It comes in a two-tone finish, which looks pretty good too. And also it comes with crimson trace lasers, and there's a few other features that you can get with this pistol, up to including wood grips to make it look cooler and other things. Bersa has a lot to offer, so check out their website. It's Eagle Imports, by the way. So if you go into Google and you type in Eagle Imports, you'll get Bersa Thunder, as well as other pistols that they have. They now are also doing Grand Power at Eagle Imports. So the Grand Power pistols are outstanding. One of these days, I will have one of those here on the table for you. But folks, this is it. This is the Bersa Thunder 380cc. It is a very good low-cost solution for people on a budget to have a pistol that works. So this is it. This is the Bersa Thunder 380cc. This is a very viable option for people on a budget who can't afford very expensive firearms but still want to defend themselves and their families. I would happily direct them to this pistol. But this is it. I'm too improper. My email address is scrolling across the bottom of the screen as we speak right now. That's tooimproper@gmail.com. Write and I will answer you, provided you are not being a troll about what it is you have to say, and if I have the time. Thanks for watching, folks. God bless America, and keep on protecting your families and yourselves. It's always the right thing to do.